Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion, please abiding by Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus, where I am feeling 98% and sounding like an inverted yesterday's 69%, but that's okay. Yesterday's daily, today's a daily. I mean, every day's a daily. We came 215 place. I was gonna say 215%, that would have been really bad. 1.56 percentile, so decent, but not anything to really write home about. That moved us up very slightly to 85th on the leaderboard with a 4.27 overall percentage. If we have a really good run, we might be able to move up a couple positions and, you know, maybe get into the very low 80s instead of the exact definition of the mid 80s. We did not do a mod yesterday, so, oh, it's a Lilith run. That's why I'm Lilith. I'm Lilith on this Sunday, early afternoon. Okay, let's not... Don't talk about what just happened on that room. What did just happen on that room? Well, I got hit by 2 poops, okay? It's obvious what happened on that room. You just want me to say it so you can emasculate me? I didn't get hit by 2 poops. I got hit by 2 fires. Sorry. I stood still too long, and then I got hit by 1 and figured we might as well just book it, and instead I just ran directly into the shot from another fire. So we're going to start with our item room here. This one goes all the way to Mega Satan. That is a long run. And to be honest with you, the fact that we got hit twice this early is actually very, very scary. It's in our best interest to maybe shoot at least some of these fires. I'm trying to maybe see if there's a chance for us to grab. That's exactly what I'm looking for right there. And maybe now I'm gonna go check this out. Spirit hearts, no spirit hearts, but that's okay. Now that we've gotten this money, I can come back and go snag a spirit heart. There's no spirit heart for sale, Northernlion. You've made a colossal and egregious error. You should have checked for the spirit heart before you went into the room. Okay, but this is fine. This is fine. All we need to do is find a tinted rock. So honestly, the curse room wasn't a mistake, or at least it was a mistake only in reality. In theory, it was a genius play, the likes of which we've never seen on this planet before. What are we looking for? Well, obviously, if I could get some means with which to improve our HP, I'd be much happier than I am right now. Probably a second secret room. Save our other bombs. That's very good. Save our other bombs, because we may well need our other bombs to take out this boss as easily as possible. Although, to be honest with you, I feel like with two Incubuddies, we don't really have a need to use a bomb. If we just wait like an extra 8 or 9 seconds, we'll probably make up the difference here. And spirit hearts of some sort. The screw, it's not spirit hearts, but it is very good. Yeah, overall, I actually think that we pulled this back, but certainly this was probably like one of the worst first floors I've had in like my entire daily career. So I'm gonna use 2 bombs. And I'm gonna use 2 bombs. Just do it. Just do it. Don't be afraid. But like, be a little afraid. Yes! I figured we might as well take a stand there. Now we're actually up to 3 HP. I think we might have made some headway there. I think there's a lot of people that probably, you know, they didn't get as hungry as I got early because they didn't make the same mistake on that fire room that I made. And as a result, you know, maybe they end up losing out in the long term there. The secret rooms contained 1 health upgrade each, maybe more if we'd blown up more mushrooms. But anyway, now we know there is a health upgrade. Or a health downgrade that could be a health upgrade somewhere in our rotation. So, our pill rotation, that is. Okay, this is an annoying room. There's no doubt about it. Well, he's finally here, and about time, too. It's the most annoying of the cellar rooms. Not the most annoying, but it's up there. The D4, hilarious. We can't D4 as Lilith unless I'm forgetting something. Because to D4 as Lilith can create a situation in which you don't have Incubus anymore. Either way, the Box of Friends is very good. And plus, if we want to do Boss Rush, and we do want to do Boss Rush, Box of Friends is so good for that purpose. Yep. I saw it happening. Fucked up the chance at getting a deal with the devil there. I was like, maybe we should throw down a bomb. But then I was like, we don't need to throw down a bomb. We'll be fine. What makes you larger? Irrelevant. We could still get a deal with the devil, but we probably won't. And I'm willing to accept, honestly, it feels like the long-term consequence of walking into that fire room before and then not having a spirit heart in that first shop. So I'm willing to accept that this is the punishment that I face for my own mistake early on in this run, and we'll try to make it work regardless. Sometimes, although I would not necessarily aspire to say this is an ideal strategy, sometimes missing the first deal with the devil gives you access to the second and can actually help you out in a way that would otherwise be inaccessible, but 99 times out of 100, you probably want to get that first deal with the devil. Alright, the good news is, damage upgrades, DPS upgrades, plus we're making good time, and boss rush is very important for us. Hopefully we didn't miss Brimstone. Hopefully, hopefully we missed something bad. What's the ideal? I don't know, like, maybe you double down on... we do want to do that room, but maybe not yet. Maybe you go into that room and you go, okay, the deal with the devil, and you go, okay, I'll take missing page 2 because I want to ensure deals with the devil in the future, and we've got the HP necessary. And then, you miss out on something. You know, maybe you miss out on Brimstone, maybe you miss out on Mom's Knife, maybe you miss out on our third floor, this floor, deal with the devil, giving us 3 red chests, and then our next deal with the devil floor giving us an angel room that gives us Godhead. Are we in Fantasyland territory? Yeah, we're in Fantasyland territory, but, you know, you gotta give... We all need something to lean on, right? That's what I'm... Hey, stop. Bombfly, get out of here. We actually have a half spirit heart, which is, like, the most survivable we've been in quite some time. I'm very wary... Pardon me, but I'm very wary, especially because we missed the deal with the devil on the last run. I'm very wary about taking too long too early here. This feels like a seam, though. Small Rock is, sorry, not Small Rock. Lucky Rock might even be more useful than Small Rock right now. We're low on keys, but either way, we're going to want the money that comes from Lucky Rock here. Hopefully we can use that money to get to infinity points. Go back in time, give us that deal with the devil. We gotta forget about the deal with the devil. It's not coming back, okay? So I think on dailies, I apologize if this message gets you down, and then I CC'd every girl that I CC'd around town. No, I apologize for my voice. It's really like the cold is done. It's just refusing to go gentle into that good night. And I admire that, and at the same time, I wish that it would disappear. Because I've done my time. You know, it's been like a week. A week is a long enough time to have a cold. I think now we have a key, so we can use that. Probably to go to the shop, because we can make some leverage plays here, now that we have a good trinket. So, for example, there is... Well, we'll take BFF, for certain. But then, I'm definitely going to pay 5 cents for a bomb. And the reason for that is very obvious, I think. We can get way more than 5 cents of value out of one bomb. By the way, BFF Incubus is lovely, of course, as you can see. With one bomb, we should be able to get, let me put it this way, at least 5 cents of value. And then hopefully something more along with it. So, for example, if we blow up 5 mushrooms, we get 5 cents and the chance at whatever we could also get out of those. We have golden keys, so we should check this. Shoop to Whoop actually is very tempting. Being able to use that more often, I think, is almost worth taking it. Or makes it almost worth taking. Overtaking the box of friends, which is also great. But with BFF, we're probably in the right here. Let's just fight this boss. We're going to get a deal with the devil here. I see your comments, by the way. Voice! Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. God damn it. Okay. the first part of the prophecy has come true. Thank you for the spirit hearts, by the way, but we will take the HP. Now, next floor, a deal with the angel that otherwise would have been inaccessible. You know in your heart it is going to be true. We are going to go for that guppy dream as well. We're going fast enough, honestly. Like, our damage is 5.19, but we're doing more damage than that because of the fact that our BFF is doing awesome things for us. So this particular bomb might not actually be able to get us more than 5 cents. We could find the secret room. It seems pretty obvious where it is, I think. Oh, we'll definitely play this too. The key is extremely nice. Celtic Cross is going to allow us to get a lot of leeway here. Goat hoof. If I had 2 trinkets, or the space for 2 trinkets, I would definitely consider that. 1 speed is not great, so... Blank Rune was, I think that was Degas. And then Justice has given us another bomb and another key. Caffeine Pill is fine. And we got a health downgrade, which is great, because we can hold it at least. Okay, so now with 2 bombs, I do want to use one of those bombs. We're still basically ahead of schedule for boss rush. That's not the secret room. I am, like, shattered. Alright, well, forget that then. Yeah, let's just get out of here. Keep a good pace, because if we get into boss rush, that's like easy points as Lilith. Flooded Caves too, and honestly, let's just come down to this room and start to handle it this way. Okay, so what are we looking for on this run now? Honestly, more awesome familiars would be fine. If we could find a blood bank and get Cambion Conception to pay out with like a little brim or something like that, we're in a great spot. Any kind of explosive shot probably is going to give us... Oh, there's our arcade, by the way. But any kind of explosive shot is probably going to give us infinite money. And considering we do... Oh, I'm excited. Considering we do have the ability to go to, like, the Hush fight, probably on this floor. Or on this run, I should say. We should be happy to have that money. What do you want to play here? I mean, Cambion Conception can pop on anything. So, we will take experimental treatment. And, raised our luck, which I'm going to consider as a good thing. We do have time for this, but dailies oftentimes disincentivize this. Oh, there you go. You get Succubus, and we can gamble a little bit more. I want Blood Bag, even though we have a health down pill. I do want Blood Bag. I think I'm just going to play this guy real quick. If you want to give me HP, that's fine. I don't have to use Blood Bag. Or sorry, I don't have to use the health down pill. That's a value trap, I think. Just don't take too long. There you go. You got HP. The money is worth points. It's not like it's meaningless. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. As long as we don't die on this floor, I think that was a sound choice. And we're able to be this aggressive about it, I think, by the way, because of the fact that we have really good damage right now. Lemon Party. Good to know, good to know. Okay, so maybe cool it on the bombs a little bit. We do want those. I mean, we've managed to do right by us, and that is free money in that room, but it's a waste of time, I think. We've managed to do right by us, I think, as far as our financial situation goes. The only thing we should worry about right now, honestly, damn it, is ensuring that we can still make boss rush. It's worth so much. The fact that we got Succubus out of Cambion Conception, by the way, is amazing. Come on, come on, come on. We're still going to make it out of here roughly in time, but it's an easy trap to fall into. All of a sudden, you're like, well, we're only a minute behind schedule, and then you're like, oh, we're 5 seconds too slow to get into boss rush, and, you know, 5 seconds too slow is the same as 5 minutes too slow when it comes to actually getting that door open, so... I'm gonna play it a little faster, a little more aggressive here. That was worth it. 45 cents. I mean, we definitely want to go to our shop as well. Money is not just for points, it's also, you know, it can be exchanged for goods and services. So if I want to, or if I were to, feel like we didn't miss out big time on that deal with the devil. On the second floor, what would we need? Honestly, I would need to get like a deal with the angel right here. That would actually assuage a lot of my concerns here. So let's take Nun's Habit. Let's take Mom's Key, which I thought gave us a luck upgrade, but apparently I'm just having a brain fart right now, and that's okay. Okay, so we don't need our Box of Friends charged up. Although Raw Mega, he's kind of annoying. Mostly just because he's hard to hit. Please. And actually, since the first floor until now, our damage penalty had actually not been that bad, and oh my god, the keys to the kingdom. So we get breakfast, and then we get Eucharist, and then we open these, and they continue to give us more things. That one's busted. We got the goat head. I guess we're out, but I don't know. Is that good? I think it's good. I have a hard time imagining that it's bad, at least, but it's weird. I might be in somewhat uncharted territory on this run. And all I mean by that is not that I'm some kind of mad genius, but by being the only dude stupid enough to miss that second floor deal with the devil because he took a bunch of damage against, you know, aggroed fires. All of a sudden, I'm in this very, very novel sort of permutation for this daily, where I don't even know what the Eucharist does, but I've got Goat Head that maybe not everybody's I guess you're guaranteed to get a deal there, if you... Well, maybe not, I'm not sure. I was very lucky. If you got the normal deal with the devil, are you guaranteed to get a deal there as well? Because, like, usually it's scripted, or you know what I mean. Like, it's guaranteed. If it's a 30% chance on a daily, and I get it, then anybody who fulfilled the same conditions gets it. Otherwise, it would be too subject to variance. So, the chance, at least on a daily, is actually sort of artificial. It's not really making a dice roll, or rather, the dice roll is being made statically on the game's end, and then it's giving you that result when you actually, you know, see if you fulfill the conditions. I hope that makes sense. I think everybody's, even if I didn't explain it well, everybody's mostly aware of the fact that, you know, if we have a 1% chance to get a deal with the devil, and we got it, anybody else with that exact same 1% chance gets the deal as well. So the health down pill is fairly unlikely to work. Does that mean that the Empress is the right call? Not necessarily, but it might not be the wrong call. 2012. I will use a key. Keys are less precious than bombs. It's a rarity, but it's the darn truth right now. I would like to leave this floor. I make this mistake so often, but it's, you know, on dailies, you're incentivized to go to every single room that you can go to that can possibly provide you with, you know, points or any other sort of consumable, etc., etc. And that just leads to me playing a little slower than on regular runs, where we should probably actually have that value proposition completely reversed. But if a room like this is on the way, obviously we're going to go to it. But right now is about where I would consider us to be on pace for boss rush. So if we're a few rooms short, I'm okay with it. Or, sorry, a few seconds short, I guess. Or 45 seconds short. Yeah, okay, I can live with it. If we really use a Box of Friends to the next floor, we can probably make this happen. And we do have a 100% deal with the angel chance. Somewhat strangely. So we'll take another Incubus, that's amazing. And then we'll take these three. And fuck the second secret room, let's get out of here. We will go to the curse room. Excuse me? I'll still go to the curse room. Mom's razor, it's not good necessarily, but we will get 2 of them when I double, or when I use Box of Friends, so... Strictly from a strength standpoint right now, I'm very happy. We should not have any chance to lose this run, Mega Satan or not Mega Satan, you know? Okay, that's wonderful. I would still like a teleport card, because there is value in going to the arcade. These are the rooms that fuck you, by the way. These stupid enemies that don't get hit except from, like, one direction are what kills your run. You lose all sense of pace on them. Okay, Virgo is probably a little overkill right now, but that's okay. As much as I want to go to the shop, we will probably say no in the interest of making sure we make it to boss rush. So let's try to get as many of these guys on screen as possible. Why do we only have 3 incubus? We should have 4 incubus. Every incubus gets another incubus on the box of friends, which, I mean, patently that's obviously false. I guess like every type of familiar just gets incremented. So we have 2 of the incubus, but that only gives us a 3rd one. But we do have 2 always, which is still a really good get for us, obviously. So I'm going to throw down some bombs here because teleport cards give us the chance, and we just got one. They give us the chance to recapture some of the value we're going to lose from this floor basically right now. That was so bad, but okay, we're still like very, very, very in this. So keep that moon card. And then get ready to kick the shit out of boss rush. This is going to be fun. I'm happy we made the move to go a little faster here. We don't need to use box of friends right now. We'd much rather have it to start boss rush and get some momentum. And yeah, sure, circle of protection. I basically don't know how to use it, but it's okay. Probably will go Dogtooth in this situation. And don't teleport. Brain, that goes out to you, buddy. Don't teleport. So I am assuming that boss rush is not going to be that difficult for us, and it's like the first waves might be a little slow, but after that it's going to get crazy, right? So if boss rush is not that difficult for us, what do we do after boss rush? Well, oh, we have invincibility. I'm hoping that we can go back to that arcade, play the blood bank. This is where it's getting a little risky, maybe. But go back to that arcade, play the blood bank. Go to the boss trap room, hopefully pick up some sort of value there. Definitely want to go to the shop. We're going to go to the secret room when we teleport. Please, no more beams. That's all I ask. It is hard to get all of the, oh, what, I stepped on creep or something? It is hard to get all of the, or even many of the incubus into the area where they can actually deal damage here, but oh, there's so many beam enemies. Okay, you're kind of hemorrhaging damage now for no reason. Honestly, our point setup is totally fine. That doesn't necessarily... Oh, we just got Little Brim, which is the perfect, like, boss rush familiar here. So that's Cambion Conception, basically like a you're bad, here, have some free shit sort of setup. I don't mind it at all. We might not have quite as much time on this floor as I was hoping for, but... In my own defense, with this amount of familiars, it's kind of hard to tell... like, what's friendly and what's unfriendly. But I don't think we really suffered a point penalty for not getting to that second floor deal with the devil. I think actually we're still totally fine. And if I had gotten the second floor deal with the devil and I saw someone do what I'm doing right now, I would be mad at the daily. Because there's no way you could conceivably know that you could be rewarded for being bad. But that's kind of what I built my whole business on, apparently. He called it a business. He thinks these people. Okay. You got me. I don't really, I mean, we can double some more if you want, but we're just kind of putting on it. Oh, it's the red poop! I can't see anymore. Please just finish this. I have 93 cents. I have a family. Let me out of here. These red poops are spawning all over the place. I got no idea where they are. Do I still trust myself to beat Hush? Yes. Easily, I think. And the same goes for Mega Satan. Even easier than Hush, to be honest with you, so... grab this stuff. Now, we don't want to take too much time on this floor. We also do not want to do the boss rush. We don't want to do the boss trap room. Well, we do, but we can't get into it because if I play the arcade, I'm in a bad spot. So, we're just going to... I mean, we have 95 cents? But if we're going to spend a lot on the Hush fight, or on the blue womb, rather, maybe we want to keep this. So, we took way more damage than we should have, but I think it's still actually completely fine. And we'll just go to our shop, see what we can buy, and move along. Yeah, dude, I'm so glad we came here. 2 lucky pennies. And we'll probably buy basically everything. Ace of clubs, tower, blue map, joker card. What makes you larger? I'm gonna keep the joker card. Alright, now we gotta move. Now with blue map, I can't remember if we have the... No, we don't have the regular map. With blue map, we will be able to infer where our, Thank you. We'll be able to infer where our, boss fights are. Might be useful, because we are going to be a little on the slow side here. Well, maybe, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. And the points actually seem totally fine right now. Even though we whiffed on this run. I wasn't joking, by the way. There have been times where I've put down, like, a textbook positive daily. Like, no egregious mistakes. And then, you know, you finish, like, 500th. And you're like, it's not bad. I'm not disappointed necessarily. But what the fuck happened? And then you're like, oh, yeah. The secret for this one is you deliberately don't get the second floor deal with the devil. And then Brimstone shows up in your next one. You're like, okay, well, you know... Sure, if you want to get a high-minded praise for that, in real life you're not always rewarded for doing things the right way, and sometimes, you know, you're rewarded specifically for doing things the wrong way, i.e., cash me outside, how about that, girl? But, we should aspire to better than that, you know? You should still be allowed to at least feel like you got screwed in that situation. See what's going on in here. We can grab these. I just don't really want to possibly take more damage. If we're out of this floor by 27 minutes and out of this dress when we meet Jim West, we'll be actually completely fine for making it the Hush. I'm relatively confident in that. I mean, that's only 90 seconds from now. It's not a whole lot of time, but I think it's enough time for us to make it. I want Maw of the Void. Like, I'm already treating the Circle of Protection as if it's Maw of the Void. Just give me Maw of the Void. Now, how the hell are we going to get Maw of the Void when we have 100% deal with the Angel chance? It's a great question. Why do we have 100% deal with the Angel? Oh, Eucharist must give us 100% deal with the Angel chance. That explains it. Okay, Pageant Boy is actually bad. Wafer is awesome, though, so... I mean, we'll take Pageant Boy, and it'll lower our points by 30, and then raise it by, like, 70. Wow, what an incredible haul. Right home about that one. Okay, so we got out of here by 26 minutes, which is better than we expected. So, if we don't use Box of Friends on this entire floor, I think that's actually fine. The most important thing is that we have Box of Friends for the next floor. We really want double Succubus. We really want triple Incubus, double Baby Brimstone, etc., for the Hush fight. Not just because I would be worried about death, but because particularly it's annoying. The shorter that fight is, the easier it is for us for many reasons. I gotta be honest with you, there's been a lot of runs recently where I have gotten to this point in the run, and then I look at our points and go, our points kind of suck. Our points are actually fine. Now... part of that is they're being subsidized by our consumables, which are in a great spot, but like, this, I actually feel a little guilty. And maybe I shouldn't, because maybe I'm overrating our score right now, but we still got it. I feel like we should be more penalized for the mistakes that we made on that second and first floor, but, you know, we don't have control over that, so I'm not going to lose too much sleep over it. Especially while I'm convalescing. Okay. So we're gonna make it basically right on time. We have full health. Distributed, not necessarily... God, I hate that room. Distributed, not necessarily ideally. Like, certainly... I would like to have more red hearts, because we have Charm of the Vampire and no Polaroid. We have the negative instead, so... that might be a better play for us, but we don't have control over that. So don't use Box of Friends. We've already got 2 Incubus and BFF. So we really, like, should not complain about our damage. Just keep Box of Friends active so that you can use it to shit on the Hush fight. Okay, Holy Water sucks, but we're really cracking on these deals with the Angel, dude. Alright, so we go to the Hush fight. Got a lot of money. We're gonna spend some keys, but that's completely okay. I think we should use the Joker card. I don't know what Glyph of Balance does. You know what? This is a great time to look it up. Glyph of Balance Isaac. It's a passive collectible. Grants 2 soul hearts. Modifies drop from champion enemies. Oh, fuck. So when champion enemies spawn, they are likely to give us... So, okay, basically, there's a priority list for consumables that get dropped from champions thanks to Glyph of Balance. So if we're low on HP, it's going to give us HP. And then if we're not low on HP, but we're low on keys, it's going to give us keys, etc., etc. So it's probably not worth too much for us right now, but, you know, I could see how that would be an extremely useful item in some situations. Serpent's Kiss is beautiful. The pencil? It's okay. Oh, wait. The dog barked. Don't pick up the money yet. We don't need to. Okay. Secret room, then? The dog barked, dude. It went woof woof. Unless I'm losing my fucking mind. Temperance. Sure, there's probably something to that. But I was hoping for, like... No, it wasn't hoping for the stars guy. I was hoping for, like, strength or the devil or something like that, you know? Stars doesn't... Oh, luck up is good. Is good, though. I guess we'll just go fight the boss, like... Temperance, I guess? We can use it later, but... Alright, so the... Wow, what a shot! The big deal here is we have to stand close enough. I guess our range is a little worse than I thought, but... We have to stand close enough for our Incubus shots to land, and then just stack up little Brim shots as well. Now, you never want to stand above the first phase of the Hush when it dies. Thank God for the wafer, because I actually took some seriously dumb damage right there. It's an extremely annoying way to do the Hush fight. I've been fighting Hush, like, so much lately. It's actually silly. Obviously, like, on every daily that makes it to at least Mom's heart, you're gonna fight Hush, but I've been fighting Hush on, like, every single non-daily run I've been doing. Maybe it's time to take a little Hush break, except for the, like, compulsory areas. Either way, like, I'm actually pretty pleased with the way our score is gonna look after this. I think, at least. I will say, I wish our range... First off, I wish my throat would reflect the fact that I feel pretty damn good right now. Looking damn good. Don't know if I can say it myself. But I wish that we had upped our range a little bit more. I don't think we've actually lowered our range at all. It's just maybe Incubus has a lower range than you to begin with, for whatever reason. Man, this is reminding me that there was an NLSS maybe like a month ago where I had to kill Mega Satan using exclusively reflected shots from Circle of Protection due to, like, the world's worst rate of fire or something. It was heinous. Please. We're actually going to leave with more HP than we started with. Well, with as much HP as we started with. And plus a better variety of HP. So I'd say at the end, this fight actually went pretty well. How do we get into, like, that 50,000 range? I think, first off, we've taken too many hits to make that plausible. But we should finish somewhere in the 40s, maybe even, like, the high 40s. And, I think that the best thing we could do is hope to find, like, 2 of spades and 2 of clubs. It's probably the easiest way to amp up our performance here. And the void floor is it's snake oil right now. We're not interested in that. I mean, sort of interested, but we can't. Yep, yeah, I saw that coming a mile away. I just stood next to him and I froze. So what is the game plan now? It's actually, like, extremely easy. The game plan now is, do every single room, find all of the secret rooms. A Tears upgrade does nothing at this point. I don't know, it sounds like we're firing faster, but maybe I just want to believe. I gotta admit, you know, a Lilith daily, it can be fun. Lilith, far from my favorite character in the game. One of my least favorite characters in the game is the accurate assessment of the situation. But if you can make boss rush happen, it's a good thing. Gives you a little bit of added chutzpah, I suppose. No, there's no secret room, but I mean, we still have Lucky Rock, so we're getting some points out of it. Friends till the end, sure, why not? As you factor in maybe 2,000 points per floor. And then a little bonus for beating Mega Satan, so give us like 9,000, 10,000 points. You finish around the... Please? I can't hit you because the Incubuddies don't get close enough to the wall, so fuck me, I guess. We should finish this run maybe around 46,000. Let's say 45 to be safe, because we're gonna, you know, subtract all the potential damage penalties. And of course, you know, if we spend another... We're not gonna spend 1,000 seconds doing it, but if we spend another 600 seconds doing it, then that is going to... By the way, that was basically what I put as my ambition in life on my high school yearbook, 600 seconds of doing it. I still hope one day I can achieve that goal. We're probably going to finish with maybe like another 1,000 points off of that. So I'd say somewhere in the 44 to 47 range. Maybe we can make it a little better with Temperance, but Temperance doesn't seem like it'll offer much because we're already at like the cap for what we can get good stuff with point bonuses, coins, assemble those words in a particular order to figure out what the hell I was trying to get at there. There is a battery charge, so no problem here. So we're gonna finish this on time. You know, it's not gonna be like a 70-minute run unless we find breakable abilities. But I don't know if this is a breaking run. It might have been, mostly because I have no idea what constitutes a breaking run. I don't know what happened. I used to be okay against those guys, and now they're like the most annoying enemies on the fucking planet. I don't know what happened to my brain, but previously those guys used to be no problem for me, and now it's a fucking nightmare. Well, there's like a ton of black hearts, but the damage penalty is embarrassing. Okay, so let's go defeat these enemies. And by these enemies, of course, I mean the Satan fight. Not the fastest Satan fight we've ever had, but it's gonna be pretty quick, I think. Pretty much everywhere, it's gonna be quick. Just want to keep the bomb flies away from me. This is why I need Maw of the Void, man. I feel like my personal damage output is not where I want it to be. Alright, if you'll excuse me, as I come down to this floor. Oh, Curse of the Blind. Very scary. I'm gonna go into my Twitch chat and be like, hey, Twitch chat. Hey, Twitcher chat, because we're gonna play The Witcher 3. I'm gonna be like 5 minutes late. My bad. It's a long daily. But I am on the dark room. Shh. Spoilers. And they said, lying late. It's me looking at my watch. They said, wow. They said, that's okay. That was very nice. Thank you. I always expect to be sassed on the internet because it's just kind of like, you know, that's how it works. You know, even if you like someone, you're always, oh, ham sandwich, huh? What's the matter? Did your time machine break after you came here from the 1950s? Like, you just expect to get roasted over every possible roasting axis, right? We're just gonna blow this up. But I didn't want to rush the run because we're actually doing very well. And what, I mean, it would be a shame to just be like, okay, let's fight Mega Satan. And then you don't really have the advantage of having gotten all of the, you know, the due diligence that we put in before, we kind of lose out on. You know, it's like we'd be overqualified for the run at that point. It's like getting a degree in, like, a science or something like that, and then spending your professional life making YouTube videos over the same fucking video game instead of contributing to the sum total of human knowledge or something like you felt like you were destined to do since you were a child or something. Like, just a metaphor coming up with on the top of the dome piece or something like that, you know? It's like wasting all that work that you put in the early stages of your life just to squander it in the, you know, the opiate of the masses here. That's just a hypothetical, though I'm actually very fulfilled at what I do. But I'm fulfilling here because, like, there's no reason to take this much damage. Well, there's a reason to take this much damage. By the way, I didn't realize lead pencil just doesn't work with Incubus. I was kind of hoping we'd see something a little better there, but, our damage stat is actually bad. And I say that with a twinge of surprise in my voice, if I'm being honest, because I don't want to believe it. We have BFF and we have 2 Incubus, so it's not like we're in a horrible position. Of course not. But our actual, like, when a tier hits an enemy, it's not doing as much damage as I want it to do. That's all I'm getting at right now. The run is still great, but specifically, like, if we're hitting an enemy with both barrels, great. If we're only hitting an enemy with one shot, it's not... It's probably a little bit below what we would expect an average run to look like at this stage of the game. Again, far from a bad run. It's a very, very good run. I mean, being able to beat Mega Satan on a Darkroom run with Boss Rush, with Hush, in under 45 minutes, which is probably how this is going to go down, that's very good. But we could use some more damage. And I'm hoping that we can get some. Best Friend is... not very good. It's probably a room where this is worthwhile. Now, in terms of, like, getting more points out of this floor, I don't think it exists. Like, I don't think the possibility exists. Bob's Brain is fine. As long as we stay away from it, which I'm skeptical of because I got so many familiars, it's kind of hard to keep them, you know, keep track of them, but... it's not the end of the world either way. So where do I see my chances on this run? Well, I mean, of course I peeped Greedbud to see my own stats for yesterday. I saw that there were people in the 55,000s today. We can't hit that. We can't hit that. We're probably gonna have like a 75 to 9,500 damage penalty is my guess. So if we finish around 45, it's conceivable that if we'd done like a no-hit run, we could have been up there. But I think basically this is going to be in the same camp as maybe like the last 2 or 3 dailies. We're going to be in the hundreds, i.e. 100 to 200 range. Probably top, you know, 1 to 2%, but not, sadly, not really in the elite level. But, yeah, again, the more of those that we put down consistently, the harder it is for us to lose rank, you know? You gotta think of, you know, there's statistical fallacies, I think. If you're averaging a 90 in whatever class you're in, and you get a 90 on a test, you might be like, that's a bummer. I wanted to get a 94 so I could raise my average by 1 point. First off, nerd alert! Okay, what have we done? Secondly, you should at least... Oh, these are very strong bombs. You should at least feel positive that by getting a 90, you may not have raised your average, but you made yourself more insulated. So the next time, if you get an 89, your average is going to stay at a 90. If you get an 86, it might stay at a 90, you know? Just because, you know... I hope I'm illustrating that. You might think, what is this guy talking about? Numbers don't lie. No, you don't understand. I'm allowing myself to be misinterpreted via ambiguous communication here. If you have a 90% average, and you've only submitted one thing, if you get an 85 on your next paper that's weighted equally, you're going to be at an 87.5 average. If you got a 90 average, and you've submitted, you know, 10 assignments, and they've all got 90s, if you get an 85, well, I admittedly, it's very rudimentary arithmetic, but I can't do it right now because I'm a little focusing on other things. Technology? Dr. Fetus? I don't know, dude. Yeah, okay, be careful. Anyway, you get the idea. How much would that... You'd get the point. You'd probably still be at a 90, is my guess. Unless your school is full of dickheads and they grade you on like a 3% or 3 decimal point sort of scale, in which case they are assholes and you should fucking give them the bird. Alright, so the Dr. Fetus pickup was like pretty bad. Just want to see, keep in mind we have, Nuns have it too, so we can maybe get some extra familiars going on here. We'll still be fine, like we'll still win here, but we'll probably take more damage as a result of the Dr. Fetus pickup. That's life, dude. Turns out this is one of those floors in which we probably should not have explored everything. We're not going to use Little Brim just because, like, our rate of fire is high enough that the more we shoot, the more bombs we'll make. So if we ever charge a shot, we're going to make, like, a ton of bombs. Also, the more you toot, the better you feel, so eat your bombs with every Bob's meal. Bob's meal. What's going on here? Okay, that was weird. I'm trying to land these Bob's brain shots in there, dude, because they're actually quite potent, and they're also extremely far away from my own body. It's like the ideal situation. Okay, easy enough. Yeah, I'd say we're probably looking at the 45,000 range here. Maybe a little lower, actually. To be honest with you, which I wouldn't say I'm embarrassed by, but certainly we could have had it all rolling in the deep and all that. You know, I had to run inside of your head. That was the worst sound I've ever made with my voice. Alright, let's get out of here. I'm gonna say 171st. Wow, we were only off by 40. That's not too bad. Honestly, I'm okay with today's daily score. I think that's pretty good. Our damage penalty was lower than I expected, surprisingly. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. And for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.